Hello, good and wonderful people. Report don't reach our table. Says President Donald Trump don't fire the U.S. Defense Secretary, who named now Mark Esper. So the U.S. President fire the U.S. Defense Secretary on Monday, who named now Mr. Esper Mark. The remove was quickly followed by the speculation that the president was not finished. The FBI director and the CIA director could be the next, according to the administration official. So they say the U.S. president don't finally remove the U.S. Defense Secretary. So not be only in one he will remove from office. He say FBI director as well, and also CIA. He said then too they will still remove one. So the U.S. Defense Secretary, full name na Mark T. Esper, who be 56 years old, former Secretary of the Army, was confirmed as the Defense Secretary in July 2019. So now July 2019, then President Donald Trump appoint her as the Defense Secretary of the State of America. So now Donald Trump don't come write down for his Twitter on Monday, say he no need that as the UN President Defender again. So he don't already give one to another person whose name is Mr. Christopher. So let me just read a few things out there. Say the Washington President Donald Trump fired Defense Secretary Mark T. Esper on Monday, upending the military leadership at a time when Mr. Donald Trump refuses to consider the election has created a rocky and Mr. President, he can announce on the decision. He can announce the decision on Twitter. He can write and come and say he don't already put another person. He don't terminate. He work. Say he work don't finish. Say immediately. Say now Mr. Christopher C. Milai now he be the next U.S. Defense Secretary. So my good and wonderful people, I know one may I take una time. Make I put the video. Make una listen to how it happen. So before I show the video here, please, if today is the very first time of coming across this video on YouTube, or you have been watching, you have not subscribed, I bet me you try me subscribe by hitting the notification bell, so that anytime where I upload any new video, you will be the very first person to be notified that I just uploaded a new video. By doing so, God bless you. To my new subscribers, thank you for being a plus, and to my old one, you will be remembered every day. May God bless you. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone in the house. Depends on the time you guys are watching from. So guys, please leave your comments on waiting they happen. All of you know who President Donald Trump is. Now him be the U.S. president, the present president, where their election with Joe Biden just passed for few days ago. The election day was on the 3rd of November 2020, when Joe Biden used many numbers to pass President Donald Trump. They say for the history of America, 9 be the highest score, which is President-elect Joe Biden. So the former vice president to President Barack Obama. Okay, so they say many other people will still get a fire note or lose their job based on, say, President Donald Trump still get like 3 months to still stay in office if he not become the Mr. P of USA. So let's go there. See you soon in my next video. Please give this video a thumbs up, share for me, and like as you do so. God bless you. Bye everyone. See you soon in my other videos. See you. Choose.
Focus this morning, the outgoing U.S. President Donald Trump has announced on Twitter that he has fired the Defense Secretary Mark Esper. He also announced that the director of the National Counterterrorism Center, that is Christopher Miller, will become the acting secretary effective immediately. Now, with this move, Trump has indicated that he will use his final weeks in office to settle scores within his administration. Trump and Esper did not agree on a range of issues, and Trump was particularly angered by Esper's opposition to threats to use active duty military officers to suppress Black Lives Matter protests that took place in the aftermath of the custodial killing of George Floyd. Democrats are alarmed by Trump's move. They said that the decision has now sent a dangerous message to America's adversaries and dimmed the hopes for an orderly transition as the president-elect Joe Biden prepares to take office. Miller reportedly arrived at the Pentagon building even before an official statement acknowledging Esper's dismissal was issued. Reports suggest that Esper had been preparing for his resignation or dismissal following the election. However, nobody saw this move coming. Political experts say that Trump's firing through Twitter was typical of his whole presidency. Remember, he sent out the sacking notice on his Twitter profile. Experts also caution of danger for top health expert Anthony Fauci, who has time and again clashed with Trump over his flawed response to COVID-19.
Don't know what they're doing. They should have had their own administrations also taking bold action to help American workers on Friday. Everything that the governors wanted, and in many cases it's too much.
Thank you, Mr. President. Just a couple of things, and then I just want to make a comment about something that happened yesterday. Travel restrictions.
Now, for more insights into Trump's recent move, WION's correspondent Jagriti Dave joins us live from Washington, D.C. Welcome, Jagriti. Now, as expected, Donald Trump is making some shocking and high-profile decisions in his remaining days in office. Experts say that the sacking of Mark Esper through Twitter is just the beginning of the controversial decisions that Trump will take in the coming weeks. So tell us more about the reasons for this decision and what the new appointment means.
Well, the reason for this decision is partly in order to, remove people who he feels aren't completely loyal to him in the remaining days that he have in this transition that he's not actually still accepting as a transition period. Remember, he's also had perhaps not the smoothest relationship with his defense secretary, Mark Esper. He has disagreed, that Mark Esper has disagreed with Donald Trump on the use of military in the protests over the summer, in the anti-racist, anti-police brutality protests that hit cities across the United States. He thought that the military should only be used as a last resort and that instance was not it. So that was one reason. Another reason is that Mark Esper disagreed with the president on the removal of Confederate named bases, military bases, the removal of the Confederate names. So those are the sorts of instances where President Trump and Mark Esper have disagreed. And this is clearly one of those moves where the president is, as I say, removing out those who aren't sort of completely, he sees as completely loyal.
Right. Now, Jagriti, Trump is still refusing to concede and more radical executive orders are expected. So what happens if Trump refuses to concede in the first place?
Well, it's unclear really what happens. I mean, there are suggestions that there are some within his inner circle who are trying to persuade him to concede. But, there's Rudy Giuliani and Senator Lindsey Graham who are out saying that the president should absolutely pursue these legal challenges, even though there's no suggestion that that there is any merit to the legal challenges, and that there is no evidence, according to many of the judges who have looked at some of the lawsuits that the Trump campaign has already presented to them, as well as officials in the various states. There is no evidence of widespread voter fraud. So if President Trump continues in this vein, I mean, there's a report in Axios which suggests that the president is going to continue doubling down